Here are the Beast Jogs Week 4 Power Rankings. For everybody who hasn't met him yet, this is my little buddy Nolan. He was 1 month old yesterday. He's my little buddy in his Troy Brown jersey. He's going to help me out through the rankings today. Usually I put a lot of time researching and things like that, but with him I haven't had as much sleep, so I'm kind of just going to go off the cuff today. Starting off with number 12, really easy choice. I don't think anybody would disagree with this. How the Mighty Have Fallen. Jim Settling, to be determined. Last place. Haven't even cracked 300 points in the year yet in 4 weeks. Not looking good for the future either. Number 11, Underdog Bob. Bob's team, you know, it's Bob. Bob's usually right around there. He plugs around towards the bottom. Maybe he'll get into the playoffs. Maybe he'll make some noise. We'll see. Points-wise, he's kind of run into some hot teams this year, so we'll see what happens. Number 10, hate to do it to you, Dad, but I don't like your team. Boss Hog. Number 10. I know you're set up a little bit for next year. You're waiting on Gronk to come back. You got to do something with Tony Gonzalez. Move him. I probably should have listened to you and just offered you a wide receiver or something and not blown up my team like an idiot. But, hey, what are you going to do? Number 9. Belichick before you wreck yourself. John, not a lot of depth. You knew that coming in. This week is going to be really difficult because you don't have Adrian Peterson. Without him, your team is really bad. But, I mean, any week he could put up 30, 40 points between him and Rodgers. If you get lightning with a couple other guys, you could be dangerous. But overall, I just don't really like your team that much. Number 8, Dez Presidents. Let's pull it up here. What do you got on your team here, Rye? Haven't scored a lot of points so far this year. You got some good pieces. LaShawn McCoy, after week 1, everybody thought he was going to be a stud. You know, he's still a good ball player, but that Philly offense just doesn't look good. Not a lot of depth. I love Dez Bryant. You got a good team. You get lucky. You get to play me on week 8, and I don't have any running backs. Thanks to my boneheaded trade, I think the only running back I have on my roster for that week is Roy Helu. So, week 8, not liking my chances. Number 7. I know he's running into a soft schedule. Stevie Rooskies. Your team's winning. I just don't think you're really built for the long haul. You're playing really well. You do have some consistent pieces. You could be right there. Ridley, he's banged up again. I'm hoping Bernard Pierce doesn't do anything because that means Ray Rice is hurt again, which really hurts me. But, I mean, you've made some really nice moves. Picking up Kenbrell Tompkins was really helpful. Jared Cook, I know you didn't want to draft him at all, and he ended up turning out pretty well for you so far. And your wide receivers, you're pretty top-heavy. You have really good wideouts, and Tom Brady's really starting to learn that offense. Number 6, Joking Off. Bino, you got a decent squad this year. Putting a lot of faith in Joke Bell, but we'll see what happens there. But I do like your team. You love wide receivers, and you always go after the top-ranked ones. But, I mean, there's no doubt in the wide receivers you have. When you got Amendola playing, Victor Cruz, Roddy White, it's a good team. Martellus Bennett, I wish I hung on to him. I wouldn't have had to make that terrible trade, but pretty good tight end right there. Matty Ice, pretty solid, even though he kind of disappears in big games, as evidenced last week against the Patriots. Number 5, I'm putting myself there, mainly because the more I'm thinking about this trade, just the worse and worse it gets. I love Jimmy Graham. I don't have to worry about tight end anymore. Some of the reasoning behind the trade was the first 3 weeks, my tight ends had a combined 2 points total, and I lost 2 of those weeks because of it. But I definitely pushed the panic button, and, I mean, I hate Ray Rice. I've always hated Ray Rice. I don't know why I traded for him. I gave up on Arian Foster. I should have just tried to counter, you know, Alfred Morris for Jimmy Graham. But hey, you live and you learn, and now my depth is seriously in question because my running backs are Matt Forte and Ray Rice, and that's it. So, I was telling Dan Donahue for the first time in a long time, I don't feel like I'm the favorite. I mean, I always feel like my team is the best team, but I'm going to need some help to win it all this year, that's for sure. So who knows, maybe things will break right for me. Still have a good team, still going to be competitive every week, but not where I once was. Number 4. I'm moving you way up in the rankings here, mainly because I think you kind of fleeced me in this trade and you got me to push the panic button. Sandy Hook. The running backs, no disputing them now. Trent Richardson, Arian Foster, and Alfred Morris. That's a pretty good three-headed monster. Got some decent pieces. I like the move going to pick up Antonio Gates. Let's see if he stays healthy. Russell Wilson's doing okay. I mean, I'm still not sold on him as a fantasy quarterback. He disappears too much. But you definitely have a much better team than you did last week. I'll give you that. Number 3. I know he's frustrating to deal with in the fantasy league. Ben Herbal, Javid's dream. No doubt in your team. Jamal Charles looks like the real deal. He had question marks coming on to him this year. Gio, you're hitting lightning in a bottle there. Denver running back. No Sean Moreno, you never know. But you got Doug Martin too. So no doubt in the running back depth you got there. Your wide receivers are solid. Julius Thomas looking like a real player. And obviously Drew Brees. That was the reason he beat me. I think he put up like 38 points, something absolutely ridiculous. And he squeaked by me by a couple points. Number 2. I know he's really upset that he wasn't the high scorer this week because I think he was already starting to count that $105. Great week to do the side bet. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Not sure when I'm ever going to get that money, though. Number 2. Beast Mode Chodes. Screeko. You got a good team, Screeko. The only thing is as Denver goes, you go. I get the benefit. I'm the lucky sap who gets to play when Denver's on a bye this year. So, I mean, that bodes well for me. But overall, you know, with Peyton Manning doing what he's doing, you know, you're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. You got the Manning to Welker combo. You got Manning's old buddy, Reggie Wayne, over in Indy. Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch. You got a good team, Screeko. You definitely have a good team. But, like I said, you go as Denver goes. And Peyton Manning, he's a regular season performer, but regular season is all that counts in fantasy. And number 1, I know he's really proud, the commissioner, halfback Humgruffins. I asked him if he wanted any trade, like anybody on the chopping block, anything like that, and he says, I love my team. I'm really happy with it. Reggie Bush, rather. I mean, I didn't anticipate him being the number 1 running back that he is, but he's the real deal. He's great in that Detroit offense. You hit a home run there. Chris Johnson's been solid. Wide receivers, you're absolutely loaded. I miss A.J. Green. He was automatic 12 to 20 points every week. Jordan Cameron, that's probably the best move of the year, it looks like. I think you said he went undrafted. And he's pretty much the best tight end behind Jimmy Graham. And, you know, you're definitely built to win. I mean, we'll see, though. Anything can happen. But you're definitely in the driver's seat. You control your own destiny. You're the only undefeated team left. And we'll see if anybody can knock you off your pedestal there. But anyways, that's all I got. Looks like Nolan's getting a little restless. He's getting hungry. But best of luck to everybody. And everybody owes me $15. The address is 64.5 Summerfield Place, Port Chester, New York, 10573. Or if you see my brother, he's coming up this weekend, he can give it to me, or I'm coming back in October. Take care, guys.